I am going to show and explain how directional terms are used to describe locations within the body and how body systems are organized. So, to start with, the anterior is your front side, posterior is your back side, ventral is towards the bottom or towards the belly, dorsal is your back side, cranial is your head end, caudal is towards the back or towards the tail, and superior is above or over, and inferior is below or under. And here's an example. As you see, cranial is your head end, caudal is going towards the tail end, posterior or dorsal is your back end, anterior or ventral is on your front end, and superior above or over, inferior below or under. Terms continue, so the medial is toward the midline away from the side, so the arrows are pointing towards the midline, while lateral towards the side away from the midline, so this is pointing away from the midline. And proximal is near, closer to the origin or near to attachment of body, so your arms and legs. So the arrows are pointing towards or near. And distal is the opposite, while it points away from, farther from the origin, so away from the body or arms and legs. Superficial is on or near the surface, so these arrows are pointing near the surface and these arrows are pointing on the surface. And deep is on the inside, so the arrows are pointing in the inside of the body. And now, body directional planes. So the sagittal plane divides the body into unequal right and left regions, but the median or mid-sagittal plane divides the body into equal right and left regions. So the sagittal plane will split you in half going like this. So it'll split you right in the middle going this way. But the frontal or coronal plane divides the body into front or anterior and back posterior regions. So instead of splitting you this way, it would split you in the middle going this way. So instead of going like this, it would split you going in the middle like that. And transverse plane divides the body into superior, so above or under, over, and lower inferior regions. So it just splits you in the middle down here. And now, this is how the body systems are organized. So the first one is the skeletal system, which contains bones, cartilage, and ligaments. The purpose is to support protection and movement of the body, and also attachment of muscles. Next is the muscular system, which contains skeletal muscles, and its purpose is to support, give protection, and allows movement and produces heat. Next is the circulatory system, which contains the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Its purpose is to pump blood, maintain blood pressure, and transport oxygen. The next system is the lymphatic system, which contains lymph vessels, lymph nodes, spleen, and thymus. And its purpose is to stimulate the immune response, filters, and produces lymphocytes. The next system is the respiratory system, which contains the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchiole, lungs, and alveoli? Yeah, we'll go with that. And its purpose is to transport exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And then the next system is the digestive system, which contains the salivary glands, intestines, pharynx, liver, esophagus, the gallbladder, stomach, and the pancreas. Its purpose is to digest food, absorb nutrients, secretes digestive enzymes, and removes waste products. The very next system is the integumentary system, which contains skin, hair follicles, sweat glands, and the nails. I drew an example of the skin, so the epidermis, the dermis, and then there's the blood vessels, hair follicles, nerves, sweat glands, and all that other good stuff. The next system is the nervous system, which contains the brain, nerves, spinal cord, and its purpose is to process information, controls voluntary activities, and then is also to relay information, so you remember stuff. The next system is the sensory system, which contains your eyes, ears, nose, skin, and tongue. And its purpose is to give you sight so you can see, hearing so you can hear, smell so you can smell, touch, and taste. The next system is the endocrine system, or endocrine. I'm butchering these words, but I'm trying. So, it contains the pituitary gland, adrenal gland, I hope, thyroid gland, pancreas, parathyroid gland, and the thymus. And its purpose is to control all body functions, regulate glucose. I cannot pronounce these words, but I am trying, I swear. And to regulate fluids, balance, supports sexual characteristics, and hormones. The next system is the urinary system, which contains the kidneys, uterus, urinary bladder, and urethra. So, its purpose is to form concentrates and eliminate urine, rid his body of toxins or poisons. The very last system is the reproductive system, which contains, okay, so I put it in a T-chart. So the male reproductive system contains the testes, accessory glands, and the external genitalia. And the female reproductive system contains the ovaries, uterus, vagina, and external genitalia, and the mammary gland. And that is all.